Hey everyone, welcome to Sequence of Instructions. Thanks for joining me. It's been a little while since I did one of these videos, but I'm here again on Leetcode.com, and I'm about to do an easy algorithm problem. This one's called implement string. I already read through it. This function is also known as index of, things like that if you're familiar with JavaScript. Basically what's going to happen is they're going to give us an input, a haystack, and a needle. So basically our goal is to say, does this needle exist in this haystack? And if so, we're going to return at what index it appears at. Otherwise, if it doesn't exist, as in this example, we'll return -1. So LL, here's the example where it does exist, is in the string hello. It is starting at position 2, so 0, 1, 2. 2 being here, that starts where your LL is. The example where it doesn't exist, BBA does not exist in the string of all A's, and so it'll output -1. Now again, I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so I might be a little rusty. But that's why we're doing an easy one, and hopefully I can get through this without too much pain. Although I'm just now realizing a lot of people downvoted it, so maybe there's some catch in here that's not immediately apparent. Alright, but let's just do it. My old motto, just get it done once and then worry about improving it later. So let's see. My first thought is to just kind of go character by character. That's almost always the easiest way to do things. So let's just do that. We'll write a for loop. We'll start our loop. Whoops, look at my fingers are all off. It's going to be bad. Start at 0. We'll go for as long as we're less than the length. Am I in JavaScript? Yes, I am. And one commit. And we'll basically just say, we'll say if haystack at position I equals needle's position 0. If it's the first one, we may have found something. So let's see, we get to L, it goes, yeah, that matches. Now we want to check for every one of needles. We're going to do another for loop. This time J, we'll start it at 1. I'm basically doing another for loop to go through needle now. So I'm going, yep, okay, we found one that matches. Let's see if all of needles match. And basically just adding J onto whatever I is to get the corresponding location in the original haystack. But I'm not sure if I want to start at 0 or 1 yet, so let's just return to this. J is less than needle.length. J plus plus. And we'll say, yeah, so now it's going to be if haystack of I plus J equals needle of of J. Because we already know the first one matches, so now we're checking all the other ones. So I think we do want to start it at 1 and just check every other one. Here's what we'll do. We'll set up. So basically what I'm thinking of is, okay, so when this for loop exits, we want to know if it exited because it got to the last one, or if at some point we stopped matching. We'd want to know that by the time we exit this loop. So I'm going to have a Boolean here that's going to say is found. Or we'll call it we'll say is found. We'll start this up here. Oh my god, what did I just do? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my tabs, there's some command, I guess, in Chrome that takes you to your home page, and I messed everything up. So I cut out a bit of the video here, and now we're back, though. What was I saying? Okay, so I want to basically know if we found one. So I'm going to have this is found start off as false. In here, we're going to say, again, it is false. And we'll say if it ever doesn't equal, I'm going to say is found is false. Otherwise, all right, so if it does equal, if we match the first one, we're going to say, yeah, we matched. Now we're going to check all the other ones. If any of the other ones don't match, we're going to set it back to false. if we get through this loop and it does still, so if we get through this loop and it is still found, that means this loop terminated correctly. Every single one of needle's ones after the first one does match. And in the case where needle is length 1, well, it never would have entered this loop anyway, and so is found is true. Okay, so we handle that case. But basically it means every other one of needles did also match, in which case it is found. And we're gonna just return I, because I is pointing to the first character. Again, remember, we want to return the first point where it starts matching. Normally I'm not a fan of returning in the middle of a function. I like to, my old computer science instructor said you should set a return value and just have one exit point. But for the case of this, we're just hacking over here. I think it's fine. So we'll say if it is found, we'll return it. We're done. There's no need to check any of the other ones. If we get all the way down to the bottom, we probably never should, is the idea. We probably should never get to the bottom. But if we do, we're going to return -1. It was not found. And the last thing we'll probably need is like input checking. Like, oh, like if not haystack.length. Like if your haystack doesn't have any content, just don't even waste your time. Or if your needle doesn't have a length spelled properly, also probably also return. So these could probably be combined. Whoops, my insert's on. Okay. Yeah, so if the haystack doesn't have a length, if the needle doesn't have a length, we know that neither one can contain or be contained in the other, so we're just going to return -1. Otherwise, yeah, we'll check. Do I think this is going to work? That's the question. Do I think it's going to work? You know, I feel good about it. I'll be honest. I feel pretty good about it. Let's give it a shot. There's test cases, right? Hey, pass the test case. Let's just submit it. How'd I do? First, did I get it right? And if I did, uh-oh, I might have an infinite loop. It's taking a while to judge. Could I have an infinite loop? Oh, what if it's a really big string, maybe? What? This is probably why I got downvoted. I don't agree with this output. But okay, whatever. I got this base case wrong. I don't think it is. It explicitly say it should do that. Whatever. Basically, it's saying the empty string is at position 0 of the empty string, and I don't know. Whatever. That might be a standard I'm not familiar with. It doesn't really make sense to me, but that's fine. So we'll make this be 0. Oh, what if haystack has a length and you're searching for the empty string? Then is it gonna fault me for that? We'll find out. I don't really feel like reading. They link to the actual like documentation of like how it's actually implemented. Okay, great, wonderful. So yeah, so there are all these edge cases. This is probably why I got the downvote. I'm not going to downvote them because I'm the lazy one who doesn't want to read the documentation, but it just seems like this is like the trivial stuff who really cares about. That's my opinion. If let me just read this. Does it say what the outputs here should be? From the first occurrence of string 2 to string from. Okay. That sheds no light on these edge cases, but let's assume that if there is a length, wait, what was this failed one? There was no haystack, but there was a, okay. Let's just assume that if there is a needle length, yeah, if there is a needle length, we return -1. Otherwise, we're going to return. Wait, this is the. Okay, yeah. So if there is a needle length and there's no haystack length, otherwise we just return 0. So if there's, this is saying if there's not a haystack length or there's not a needle length, we're doing some weird edge thing. We're saying if there is a needle length, it's going to be -1 always, because that means that there would not have been a haystack length. Otherwise, there could either be a haystack length or not, but there definitely is not a needle length, and we should return 0. I don't even know if this is going to be right. This is why it's getting the downvote, because like these edge cases don't really make any sense. There's no reason why 2 empty strings would return a 0, not a -1. In my opinion, I feel like wonderful. All right, so this video is already running long, and clearly didn't like how I looped through this. So let's think about a way to improve this really quick. So it's not sorted. So a lot of those, like, a lot of the searching algorithms are based on the fact that the list is sorted. You can like search cleverly, but there's no sort to this, so I'm not immediately sure how we would check for how we'd like make this go a little bit faster, but yeah, I don't know. I'm fine just saying that this one stumped me for now and looking at the solutions. So let's just see. Means your output may be empty matches the expected output less. Large, your algorithm may be correct, but not efficient enough. Okay. How big is this? Holy moly. Yeah, I'll say. Oh, there's a B at the end. Probably searching for B. But why would it should be able to just, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be that, like, why would this be that slow? Like, this is a big string, but it's not, I don't have, like, nested, oh, it's actually a really big string. Yeah, it's huge, okay. But I don't have any nested loops. I mean, I do have a nested loop, but they're not redundantly nested. Oh, I guess they are. They are redundantly nested, right? Yeah, I don't know. Is there a way to just get to the information? There's like submissions. Here we go. Yeah, wrong answer. Wrong. Okay, I got it. Leetcode. Okay, I understand. Can I just see discussion? Ooh, here we go. Ooh, here we go. I want a JavaScript solution though. Yeah, here's my. Why is 0 expected when length of needle is 0? Great question. Did no one do it in Java? They must have. Can I search here? What? No solutions. Let's see the elegant Java solution. This? What? How is this even right? If J equals needle dot length. Oh, it breaks. This is effectively, I think this is effectively what mine did. Maybe, what? Let's look at this guy. If it's empty, return 0. Wonderful. So yeah, some weird things. Okay. J equals 0. J is less than t dot length, t being the needle. This is more how I did it, where you have your loop, and his condition already has the match in it. Return I. Return -1. This is more similar to mine. That's crazy that mine doesn't run. Maybe just no one has a JavaScript solution for this. Yeah, that's wild. No one's done JavaScript, so maybe this test case doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that is why I got all the downvotes. All right, I'm kind of just jabbering along here. It looks like most of these people's solutions. Let's see KMP. Whoa, this one looks decidedly different. But those other two solutions were kind of my approach, also just having a loop. So I'm gonna chalk this up to logically probably mainstream. Obviously not the most optimum solution, but that's a way to approach this problem, to think about it. I'm going to revisit this. Maybe I'll record it, maybe I won't, but for now I think this video is long enough. Happy to hear your thoughts, how you guys approached it, if you got out to work with JavaScript, what you think of that weird edge case. Let me know. Until next time, take care. Bye.